think that's official, but those look good too. I wouldn't be mad if they made them that way. So we have this cave stone textured box, and I like when Jordan Brand kind of puts a little bit of effort into. Okay. Ferrari 14s. I've actually wanted these for a long time. But peace and love, guys. The good people at Kicks Up Service sent these through. Took them a while, but they did get here. I actually completely forgot about them. But however, I do remember when these originally released, I was like, man, it was one of those times to where I was getting so many pickups, and this is where the pickups were coming from, like either the mall or raffles every now and then. It wasn't predominantly an online thing just yet. And when I seen these, I probably had just like copped a couple of the pairs, so these weren't in my lineup to pick up, but I did want them back then. So I'm glad that they remade these now. And if you look at, I still didn't get a pair from like a retail pair, but I did get a pair sent to me as a gift, and I do like them. They're really good. There's also some positives about this shoe that might be a little different from the most recent retail release, and I'll explain that in a moment. But we already know that the Ferrari 14 is obviously because of Jordan's affinity for Ferrari cars, amongst other cars. There's also a yellow Ferrari, or a reverse Ferrari is what they're calling these, and these are really, really nice. These are probably about as nice as the red ones. A little bit more obscure, but that is a dope colorway to add to the Ferrari lineup. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at these. And it's just, like I said, it's good to have this pair. I do love 14s. 14s are one of my favorite Jordans. I was in high school when the 14 dropped. I was in high school when there was the last shot. I remember watching that live, and I quite didn't know what he was wearing at the moment. And then they released, which was dope. And everybody went crazy for this pair, this particular colorway. Not the Ferraris, but the last shot colorway. And as far as the concept, I do think that they made a good judgment in making the Ferrari 14s, because the inspiration is directly from a Ferrari, and you see that I'm rubbing the upper on this, and it's really, really nice. It's really, really amazing. Shot that kicks up again. And when I was watching, what is his name, I believe it's Seth Fowler's video, he said the thing that he didn't like about them, that they weren't as, transitional suede-y as the originals. And I was like, that's interesting, because the pair that I have right here, the upper is very, very nice. There's a lot of transitional suede with this sneaker, and so I just don't know if the retail pairs were different than what I have right here, but this pair that I have right here, it's great. The materials are great. I'm totally satisfied with what they sent over, so it would be now actually cool to see a pair in a retail shop. I do have like a resale shop near me, and that doesn't make them real in the resale shop, but I can go there and kind of look at them and see if they have a 14 Ferrari. I think they do. I was over the other day. I think there was just sitting there, but it was before I made this video. So I'm gonna have to go back over there and take a look. This is a size 10. I always go with a 10 in the Jordan 14. For reference, I do wear 9.5s in Jordan 1s, but that's actually starting to change. I'm just gonna go with 10 for every Jordan model moving forward, except for maybe the Jordan 3s. The Jordan 3s are still good in a size 9.5. And I don't know what this tag is. It's an interesting tag. It is what it is. But like I was saying, I have a lot of love for the Jordan 14. I've been collecting them over the years. This is a gifted pair that they sent me a while back, and I don't have them. I don't have these either. I wish I wouldn't have gave those up. But I've got a lot of 14s. I still have several pairs sitting in storage, and I need to go out there and get them. I have this one black pair from like 2008, like that black and pink pair right there. It's a women's only release, and I think those are from actually 05, if I'm not mistaken. I have to pull them back out. But this was the last shot. I remember again watching this live, and I was like, wow. I definitely didn't see the push off. Was there a push off? There was some sort of push off. He did something to him, but I think what was his name? Byron Scott was just so like trying to play Jordan so close and not let him get the last shot. I think his nerves were kind of up, and Jordan did get a little bit of push off on his hip. But it's okay, though. It wasn't a bad push-off. I totally agree with it. I do think, again, Byron Scott was just trying to overplay him a little bit, but it is what it is, and history was made. But as far as this Ferrari 14, which could kind of go for a Toro 14, except there's some yellow on it, and I think this is based off one of the Testarossas or the 591 TR Ferraris. There's also a Ferrari that came up lost. It wasn't red, it was black, and it was eventually recovered in the past couple years, one of the black Ferraris from Michael Jordan. But as far as wearing these, they're very practical. You can throw these on with shorts, pants, camouflage. It doesn't really matter. Sweatpants will look good with these as well. It's a very comfortable Jordan. They have a unique fit. They fit exactly how they look on your feet. They got a low profile to the ground. The toe box area is kind of narrow in there, and you can really feel the ankle padding on this sneaker, which is interesting, but that is what it is. Jordan 14 Ferraris. Let me know if you got a pair. Let me know if you passed. I'll catch you in the next one. If I can get my hands on that yellow Ferrari or the reverse Ferrari, I'll make another video. But until then, peace, love, and light, and I'm out.